This is my friend Nick.
How's it going?
And me and Nick, have any of you heard of this thing called YouTube?
We'll never catch on.
We'll never catch on. Well, me and Nick, we discovered it this year. We decided to start our own channel. It's called Whiskey and Things. We talk about things and drink whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by this song. It's about a week where I spent getting drunk. It's called Whiskey and Wings. And it goes like this.
But she just was covered in piss.
Covered in piss.
Covered in piss. Hi, welcome to episode 1 of Whiskey and Things.
Whiskey and Things.
I am Dave Giles, and this is my good friend Nicholas Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
It's a new one. And this is what this is about. Basically, we wanted to do a web series where we talk about what we're up to and our funny stories of what happens, and also to challenge each other to do certain things within the week.
It's a motivational tool.
We share it with you. Look at him. Look at him. Doesn't look like he did a year ago, does he?
Shut up.
Does he?
Oh,
look at that. Look at that little mate he's bought.
All paid for.
Yeah. Well spent, that, isn't it? Money well spent.
Oh, God.
What a year.
Stress.
What a
wrinkles.
year.
What a year.
Can you believe
what a year.
episode 49? Amazing. Amazing. Huh?
Amazing we've made it this far.
Yeah.
Every week.
Still friends.
Still friends.
Who knew? Who knew? This week's whiskey is a Glenlivet 12-year-old. I already poured it because this is our second take. Yeah, no point in lying about it.
No point in lying about it. Because we're always so swish.
Nick's phone went off on the first one.
Bing!
Bing.
Here's what's
So this is a 12-year-old, 2002.
Good year.
Good year.
Good year.
We've had many albums from 2002, and yet we've never put up my favourite album from that year, which was Funeral by the Arcade Fire. It's a great album. We've already got tracks on the Spotify playlist from it, but that's my album from that year. So, single malt.
Single malt. I've got to say, as the year's gone on, the programme has progressed.
Oh, massively.
And one of my favourite additions to the show
Whiskey God
is the Whiskey God.
Definitely.
So, Whiskey God, what have you got to say about this, man?
Ah, plenty, Mr. Kent. Tasting notes. Glenlivet 12. Vanilla on the body. Apple. Cream. Hint of perfume from the one you let get away. Typical of a Highland malt. No smoke. But lots of that honey sweet, not that cheap cane sugar stuff. Touch of nutmeg. Mmm. Mmm.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
May I just say, Nick, you wear that beard better than Dave ever could.
I agree.
I always agree with
I
Whiskey
agree.
God.
So, literally, though, this year, I have had more different varieties of whiskey than any point in my life.
Yeah.
My knowledge of whiskey has gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know, man. I
quite
agree.
like it.
Mine has. Especially since I went
Look
to
how many bottles I got under the Christmas tree.
A lot of those are mine as well, remember? So, just remember that. Just remember that. Okay? I'm taking half of these in the divorce. Okay?
Okay, so me and Nick have been talking a lot this week about our favourite moments from the year. So I've had to re-watch all the episodes. And can I just say,
It's
Nick,
definitely a peak, wasn't it?
well done. Because he
Thank you.
does all the frigging work. And do you know what? The best thing about today...
This takes at least an hour out of your week.
I know it takes an hour out of my week. There was like 1 week I edited it. It took 2 hours.
That's a great episode.
It was a great episode. So, do you know what I'm most happy about is actually we have a document of what we did this year, because we've done shitloads.
We've done lots, haven't we?
Yeah, and we haven't even necessarily put every little thing in. That's the thing. We've some weeks have been like, oh, let's not put stuff in. Just quickly, here's what I've done this week. I filmed a few videos for Gary C. They've gone up on his channel. Boom, boom. Click, and you watch them later. I've also went to see the Hobbit trilogy in one sitting at the cinema. It was amazing. I did a review, click, and I thoroughly recommend doing a movie marathon in a cinema. It was so much fun. Got out at 3 o'clock. That's been my week. He's not done anything this week.
It's more interesting than your story last week. I'll give you that.
Things I let him do to me in the end.
Do you like my hat? This is my favourite hat of 2014.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I wasn't allowed to wear caps anymore, was I?
That hat, Nick, can I just say, like, how long did you spend curving it? You know that's not fashionable anymore, right? They all had like the snapback ones.
Since
You're trying to be fashionable.
What?
It looks like you're going to whip some pogs out. And have a
Pogs!
You have no idea.
Old school! Old
It's in
school!
my pocket.
We're appealing to the demographic.
There's a demographic? People watch these?
Yeah, it's people
Wow.
with nothing to do.
Funnily enough, my favourite hat of the year was a cap.
Really?
Yeah, it's my Forrest Gump hat. It currently resides with my nephew.
Bless.
Here's a photo with the hat. He loves it, so I'm not
Smells
getting that
like
back.
uncle.
Yeah.
Bad, bad uncle.
So yeah, we've been watching all the previous stuff, and I've got some highlights. Or do you want to go first, or what?
Well,
how are we doing this?
I'll just pick up on the what you're saying earlier about how much we've learnt. And for me, one of my highlights was going to the Jameson's distillery
mate, that episode was
with
brilliant.
Mr. Gruff.
Hi Nick,
Hello, Dave.
did you get that ferry okay? You can't miss that ferry, mate. You can't miss that ferry.
A million miles from the sirens, a world away from reality. Sleeping dogs lie from time's hands. Good. Welcome to paradise. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to heaven. Don't take me home. Don't take me home. Don't take me home. I'm staying right here.
That was amazing, and the fact that you didn't tell me you'd done it. So when we filmed the show, I had no idea, and then there was a reaction bit the next week. That was a lot of fun. I was dead jealous of that. Dead jealous.
Wow.
This boy, a lot of the best stuff are his, and I made a list. Right? So it's like when I was in Australia, we pre-recorded all the shows. Nick, I would send him footage of what I was doing, and Nick would record footage of him in the park.
I missed him. I really did miss him that much.
At that point of the year, you did.
Go wherever you want now.
Alright, other highlights for me. Gary C pretending to be Bethan.
Hi guys, what's crack-a-lacking? Nick, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, God.
Amazing.
I'll tell you what, I've got to say, Gary C was...
The best guest we ever had on the sofa as well. Episode 32? He just took over.
No lies! There's another one. Bonjour. I'm like a budgie. I'm like a budgie in a cage seeing itself. Woo! Hello, hello, hello. That's what budgies are like. Just looking at themselves the whole time.
Why did we script this week?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
If you've not watched that show recently or ever, go and watch it. Seriously, just put up a thing. It's just so good. I think we should put the whole unedited thing up at some point as well.
God.
He was such good
He was on
value.
it. He was on it.
He was so good.
so much fun. It was fun actually going and filming Cuckoo as well in the Monarch.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
That was a good one.
I see that I've watched Whiskey and Things once or twice before. You've been using some Cuckoo Kangaroo clips.
Yeah, I didn't ask for permission for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get sued.
Yeah! That was a good moment for me. Particularly seeing as, for me, the two best episodes were back to back. And it was basically the start of my love of Cuckoo Kangaroo. So to then get to that point where we had them on the show. Yeah, so the first one was when I was out in LA and we had Danny sitting here with the iPad and it was FaceTimed.
Can you just hold that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wicked. No, in front of your face.
Like
Further.
Right.
Perfect.
Like that.
Perfect, mate.
Can't see my face like that.
Oh, hello, what have we got here? This is a bit special. This is. What do we have here? Dave! Hey, Dave's here, everyone. How you doing? You alright?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Fantastic. Everything's back to normal this week.
And then the following week when we're all back and I'm dressed up as Cuckoo Kangaroo and your face, your look of disdain is, what the hell is it? What? Like, it's priceless.
What the hell are you wearing?
Anyway, welcome to Whiskey and Things, episode 26.
Yeah, 26. What the hell are you wearing?
Mate, it's my Cuckoo Kangaroo outfit.
Yeah.
Saucy. Okay.
In America,
I'm supposed to know what that means.
In America, I got introduced to the Cuckoo Kangaroo house party dance along workout. Yeah, I've been working out. All right, and I was doing it before you arrived, so I was in my workout outfit.
You've changed it.
But that episode where we had Annie and Danny,
Yeah, that was a good one.
that was great. It was so much fun to film.
We've got a lot of footage from that as well.
Yeah.
From afterwards.
But the funny thing is, it was like you had like 8 hours to edit the whole of that together. And it was so much.
It's a lot of sleepless nights going to this show, I'm not going to lie.
So
I hope you enjoyed them.
Other highlights for me, anytime there's been a picture of Simon Carter.
This one's my favourite.
The thing is, I never know what he's done, so it's not until I get to watch the show, like when I'm doing the annotations, that's my job. It's not until that point where I sit there and watch it and I piss myself laughing at some of the things he drops in. So yeah, that one. I've got a few other bits. Little bits that aren't important, like when Bri sneezed when he was in the toilet. That just made me laugh.
Anyway, talking about shooting things. Bless you, Bri.
Bless you, Bri.
You shot of the week.
Little bits of comedy gold, you know?
When you packed for tour.
You don't get that with Emma Blackery, do you? What?
When you were talking of Emma Blackery, when you did your packing for tour bit.
Yeah, God. Right, got a pack for the tour. Done.
I pissed myself laughing when I watched that. And the other highlights, again, load of work by this lad. Three nicks, or it was five.
It was five in the end. Doing the Danny dance.
Let's have a bit of that. That's so good.
Dave in LA, we all might get a bit of peace and quiet. Oh yeah. Tell me about it.
Beauty in mundane, colour in black. Keep both faces forward, never look back. The truth is that sometimes it's hard. A smile's a good place to start.
I've got so many more, but one more is when you put cock in the
light painting.
lights. That was great. Just put that photo up.
Yeah.
I suppose what we should do, Nick. What was your favourite shot of the week?
My favourite shot of the week. Shot of the week.
Of the week.
I've got really good at talking to camera as well during this year. Stroke fortnight photo.
What?
It was shot of the week.
Oh right, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Actually, funny enough, it was actually in week 5 with hopscotch. So it looks like in week 5 is when I peaked this year. For me, it's like my favourite pictures in week 5 of the year. The rest of the year was downhill. There were some good ones though, but there you go.
The worst one was the one that I sat in on.
Which one was that?
The sky.
Hang on a moment. Whoa, hang on, Nick. You asked me to pretend to be you, and what you make me pretend that I've taken a photo of is the frigging sky. You're having a laugh, aren't you? Anyone could do that. I could do that on my iPhone. What have you been up to?
Playing tapped out. Shut up, Kirk Hammett.
There was a sequence of episodes where Nick was playing tapped out on his phone.
Yeah.
And the bit we never got round to filming was we were going to have an intervention. Nick, I said, how's Danny?
Where's my $2 an hour?
Nick. F1. I knew that would get your attention. What are you doing?
Tapped out.
You're addicted to that thing, I tell you.
I'm fine.
Right, I'm changing the subject.
Fine.
Anyway, it was a little in-joke that we had about it for ages, that he was addicted to tapped out. It's like, God, we need to go to rehab. Like, he was on like the highest level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shut the door!
So yeah, that was one thing that didn't make. Can you think of anything that didn't make it? There's one other thing, but we're keeping that for next year because we're still going to do that.
No, everything else made it in.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. I just can't remember any.
So thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Those of you who've been here all year.
Next week will be our Christmas Eve Christmassy show, and also like to announce it will be our last show
of the weekly format.
We're going monthly next year.
Next year we're going monthly.
Because when we started this show, it was supposed to be a creative outlet, and it was at the start.
Yeah.
And it was great. Now it's turned into, as you may have noticed,
the last 2 months have been hard work.
It's got a bit of a struggle because of timings,
but
schedules and stuff.
We still love doing it. That's the thing. But we want it to be better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Has been, because we've just been all over the fucking place. Yeah. So it's going to get back to the high standards of the 25 to 35 range of episodes when it was at its peak.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's our plan anyway. So thank you for. Well, we'll do more of that next week, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
here's a little montage of some favourite parts we couldn't remember right now.
I mean, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
James Taylor's already written the song Sweet Baby James.
So how's Danny doing?
Exercise! Praying to Shrek every night before bed, thanking him for the life I've been given.
Now you can't see my crotch.
Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life.
Whiskey bots, roll out.
It's not Dave that's the problem.
No.
No, it's Nick.
Yeah, you're filthy. You're dirty. I'm gonna eat you up.
Nick, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Right. That was, oh, and a cup of tea.
This rubbing the arm crap from Dave every time he wants to say something. Ooh, what's that? That's not presenting technique. That's poor.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, rubbing your arm. Oh, sorry.
What's that?
This is Oliver Peck.
I think you've let yourself down.
Something to do with Wankdorf and Young Boys.
Wanked off Young Boys.
Yeah, something to do with that.
Cool.
Keith Sutherland. I used to think he was called Keith O'Sutherland.
Kentucky Whiskey.
Who's called Keither?
It's gonna be a big party. And you better come or I'm gonna smash your head in.
Hey y'all, it's bourbon and things.
Whoa, Dave, what? The attention retention is now going off again. Why? Too much fast forwarding.
Robbie, and this is Sean, and that's our fat mate in the corner.
Oh my word! Oh my word! So yeah, they were a few more of our favourite moments from 2014. We would like you, if you have any favourite moments, put them in the comments below.
Please
Love to hear them.
Please tell us if you've what parts of the show you really enjoy, so that going on to next year we know what bits you like.
What bits you like, and thank you for all the ducks last week.
All right,
you did make me
perked
feel very
up
nice.
big
Perked
time.
me up big time. So thank you very much. So we'll see you next week for the Christmas Eve
special.
Yeah, the Christmas Eve it goes out. If you're not out, check it out. If not, watch it Christmas morning. Thank you very much. See you soon.
I've been Dick. This is Nate. Please drunk responsibly.
Oh, not at all. Cheers.